Hey guys, I'm Matthew, and today is all about prehab, rehab, and doing all the things necessary to make sure your body is functioning properly and ready to go. I'm going to pay specific attention to three things today: full body movement, static stretching, and total body mobility stretches. I'm going to explain it a little bit more as we go, but just a heads up, a couple of things that you guys are going to need. You're going to need a stretch band. We call this a yoga strap. You can also grab a belt. You can grab a t-shirt. You can grab all the things necessary that's kind of wiry and can wrap around your foot. You're also going to need a stretch mat, an exercise mat, a yoga mat, or anything that you can place on the floor that's going to give you a sense of comfort. And the last thing that you're going to need is something for your head. We're going to spend about 5 minutes on the floor, and I just found the towel. I'm just going to use the towel for my head. So anything that's going to give you some support for that. In the video, I'm going to go relatively slow. I'm going to do every stretch arguably for about 10 to 15 seconds. If I'm feeling like I need a little bit more, I might go to 30. But for the sake of this video, we're going to hold each stretch for about 10 to 15 seconds. Okay? All right. So let's begin on our feet. And go ahead and bring your feet just right underneath your hips. And you can bring your hands onto your waist. And let's go with a simple tiptoe. So make sure your feet, again, are right underneath your hips. And simply just rise into your calves. And let's go up and down. So I want to do a quick up. And then I want to flow into a slow down. So quick up and slow down. And my hands just being on my waist just gives me a sense of alignment. It just feels comfortable for me. Some people like to bring their hands here, hands behind. Whatever works best for you. All right, so now let's slide our hands down to our knees. Slide those hands down to your knees. Go ahead and bring your hips as far back as you can. And go ahead and just add a little circle. And go ahead and just circle those knees. And I'm just going to go one direction to start. And let's reverse. Those of you guys who like to run, like to do very glitzy type of movement, this would be a really good stretch to not only stretch out your quads and your hammies, but also warm up your ACL, that big ligament in your knee. Excellent. Go ahead and spread your feet apart. And you want to turn your toes out and bring your hands and hips down, down, down. And go ahead and sit down. We call this a sumo stretch. And just hang down here, guys. And stretch out your knee. And again, if you can't get as low as me, feel free to just go halfway. Again, listen to your body and do what's best for you. Awesome. We're going to keep our feet in this direction. We're going to swift our arms up. And we're going to double it up at the bottom. Again, swift those arms up. Double it up at the bottom. So you're adding a little bit more depth into that sumo stretch. And also stretching out a little bit of your upper body as well. Let's go a couple more. Awesome. Good. Okay, let's go back. Let's bring our feet right back underneath those knees, or hips actually. And let's bring your right foot forward. Let's bring your right foot forward and let's go straight legs. Take your time. Slowly work your way down to your toes. Get to that point and take a couple of deep breaths. Some of us may only be able to get to our knee, and then some of us may only be able to get to the hips. And then some of us might be able to get all the way down to the ground. Hold your stretch. Good. And then slowly work yourself up. Nice and slow. Go ahead and regroup. Let's go ahead and let's switch it over to the other side. Let's bring your left foot forward. Let's go straight legs. I've been spending a lot of time running lately, so this stretch is really, really good for me. I've been feeling some aches on the back of my thigh, top of the calf. So doing this static stretch would be really, really good for runners and walkers. Yeah, a couple more. 3, 2, excellent. And slowly bring yourself up. Let's bring our hands back down to our hips. I know we've been bringing our feet underneath our hips, but let's spread out just a little bit for this around the world and keep your legs completely straight. And let's go right into some hip circles. Right into those hip circles. Now, hip circles, you want to exaggerate. And when I say exaggerate, you want to bring your hips all the way to one side, all the way to the back, all the way to the other side, and all the way into the front. So really, really exaggerate into that full body circle. Try and stick to one direction right now. Awesome. Good. And reverse. Let's go right to the other side. So if you notice in our alignment, we started from toe and we're going all the way up to our head. So instead of just kind of bouncing off your stretches to one side, think of going from top to bottom or bottom to top. Keep you going just a little bit more fluent in that way. Almost there. 3, 2, excellent, good. And bring yourself in. Now, let's go ahead and interlock those hands. Okay, so go ahead and interlock your hands. We're going to bring your hands just up over your head. And let's go ahead and stretch your body out all the way to the right side. Trying to make a little C or side U somehow, some way. And we're going to hold your stretch. Now we're starting to stretch out the muscles, tendons, right around our spine. Excellent. Head back to neutral. And let's go to the other side. Continue to breathe. Good. And back to neutral. And let's go ahead and let's turn ourselves to the right side. And hop yourself over to the left side. Good. Excellent. And take those shoulders and roll those shoulders forward, roll those shoulders forward, and roll them back. Kind of like a push and a pull. So push and pull. That's it. This is the only time, guys, I'm going to tell you to round your shoulders. Otherwise, don't have to do that, right? The only time, only during the stretch. Round and pull. Couple more. Round and pull back. Excellent. Good. Last thing we're going to do standing up for right now for our first segment. Let's go ahead and let's bring our hands behind our back. And literally take your hands and just pull them down to your hips. Take those hands and pull it down to your hips. I'll give you guys a back and pull it down. Go. Let's get a couple more in there. Just keep pulling it down to your hips. Awesome. And shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. All right. So our body should be pretty warm now, believe it or not. Okay. We took you through the toes and we flexed right up to the head. Okay. Now, let's head down to the mat. And I want you to bring out your yoga strap, your belt, your towel, your t-shirt, whatever you're going to use, okay? I'm going to tilt my camera down so that we all can see each other from a lower position. Bring yourself down. And go ahead and take your strap and we're going to wrap our foot right around our right foot. So let's go ahead and take your rope, wrap it around your right foot. Get some comfort there. And we're going to head down to the mat. Okay, straight legs. Really try to keep those legs, guys, as straight as you can, okay? If you're bending too much, that means you just went too forward, okay? You're doing a little bit too much there. If you need to be here from your stretch, we'll take it. And forward. Awesome. And maintaining the resistance in the band, you're going to bring your toe forward and toe up. Toe forward and toe up. Toe forward and toe up. So we have this huge tendon on the back of our ankle called the Achilles tendon. So this is a really, really good one to warm up the tendon, stretch the tendon, get some blood flow into the tendon. Now the key is to keep your stretch on the hamstring. Keep the pull into the hamstring. Continue to bring the toe forward and toe back. One more. 3, 2, excellent, good. You're going to take your towel or your strap or your belt. Let's bring it inside, okay? Let's bring it all the way to one side. So let's hold it to the right hand. And with the right arm and the right leg, go ahead and go out to the side. Other shoulders clamp down. And totally relaxing. One of my favorite stretches. Good. You're going to head back to the middle. Go ahead and grab, switch hands, same leg, and just go across your body. And we'll have a tendency of lifting up this right shoulder. Really, guys, want you to try and press that right shoulder into the ground. Hold your stretch. Excellent. Good. You're going to go back to the middle. Same leg. Go ahead and bend. Bend your right knee. Place it on top of the left knee. And do everything you can to lift both legs up. Go ahead and stretch out your glutes. How many of you guys at home really stretch your glutes, right? Not a lot of us. This is a really, really good stretch for that, guys. 3, 2, excellent. Go back to neutral. Go ahead and switch legs. Let's get the left leg in there. And straight legs. Go ahead and pull, pull, pull. far as you possibly could. Completely straight. And start to bring the toe forward and toe back. Same thing you did on the first side. I almost lost my thing for a second. And bring the band in the left hand only. Plant that right shoulder down and go outside and stretch out your groin. Go ahead and stretch out your groin. And go across your body. Go across. Oh. Shoulders down. Excellent. And back to the center. Go ahead and bring just like so. Plant it on top of the other leg. And go ahead and just lift both legs up. Lift both legs up. Excellent, guys. Take your time. Go ahead and bring your strap to the side. We're going to do one more stretch on the ground, and then we're going to work ourselves back up just one more time. Okay? Arms come out into a T. Side view. Arms come out into a T. And let's get the knee into your chest. You want your knees and your hips right around 90 degrees. And then we're going to go right side and freeze. And left side. Right side. And freeze. One more time. Let's go left side. And pretty good. And then head back to neutral. And then slowly bring your feet down. Rise up. Take your time coming up. Go ahead and bring yourself up. And we're going to finish up. Let's get the camera first. Now let's finish up with total body mobility stretches. Now these are stretches that reflect everyday movements, things we do in our natural lives. We're just going to put them in a stretch format. Okay. All right. So now we're going to step forward. Okay. So I'm going to step forward with my right leg. I'm going to bring my left arm up right into a side bend, back to neutral, press it back, and switch sides. So we're going to go opposite knee, opposite arm. We're going to keep working that, and we're going to switch sides. I'll give you guys a front view and a side view. I'm going to begin with a front view. Awesome. I'm going to take it to the side so you guys can see what a side view looks like. Awesome, guys. Good. Last one we're going to do for today. We're going to call this a side stretch with a circle stretch. Okay. For this one, so that we don't get confused, let's go ahead and work one side first. All right. So I'm going to work my left arm with my right leg. I'm going to work my left arm with my right leg. Let's take a look. Side stretch, back to the middle, right into that hip stretch. Side stretch, back to neutral, right into that circle stretch. Keep it up, guys. Oh. All right, guys. We're going to finish up with the other side. Again, we're going to go side stretch, back to neutral, right into that circle stretch. Here we go, guys. Notice how in this stretch, I'm trying to get further and further every single time. Whew. All right, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope you guys enjoyed your full body stretches, your static stretches on the ground, along with a few mobility and functional stretches. I'll see you guys soon. Have a good rest of your day.